Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here in Bristol, Transport Fever 2 style. And we're just following one of our more established routes now, the Severn Beach line, as he heads into the city centre stop, well the city stop, it's not exactly in the centre, of Clifton Down. I like that route, it's just so lovely. Now that's good. We have just turned over into 1891. So we're, I think, almost a year or thereabouts from where we finished off in the last episode. I just wanted to build up some more money in the bank balance and pay down some of the loan so that I can spend it all again, which is kind of the game here, isn't it, really? So where are we finance-wise? Let's click the button. And yeah, last year we made a loss of a mere 6 million. Yeah, that's impressive. But then again, we had actually spent nearly 13 million on new vehicles and building stuff. So yeah, so we probably made again a similar profit to what we did in 1889 of 6 million. So I think we're doing very well. We're actually, although we are at the end of the year having made a loss, I think the underlying business here is profitable. Which I imagine is what a lot of companies say before they turn to the administrators and say, oops, we've run out of money, can we go bankrupt please? But we're not going to do that because we have great plans which will earn us loads of money. Now, you may recall at the last episode, I was looking at trying to tackle some of the sort of passenger hotspots, particularly on our Bristol main line here. We've got lots of passengers queuing up at our stations, well some of them anyway, and trying to sort of increase the capacity of my main train routes. We're not going to do that today. We're going to do something else. It's kind of a temptation. You're kind of torn sometimes between I really need to make my capacity, my trains, my buses, my whatever, bigger, better, faster, more frequent, so that I can take more of the revenue from these people who obviously want to travel with me. These 200 odd from in Bedminster that want to go to Bristol, and goodness knows from where. They can go almost anywhere from Bristol to Temple Meads. Or creating new routes and opening up new opportunities and new destinations, which of course will increase the amount of people at your existing stations who want to go to these new and exciting places that you now have routes for. So it's kind of a balance at this stage of the game. Now, we just saw, turning over into 1891, we have a new bus. We also had a new cargo vehicle recently, the last year, whenever it turned up. I can't honestly remember. Will the depot tell me? It might actually. So if I buy a vehicle, so last time we had the DMG Canstat turn up. That was in 1890, so that turned up last year, and this year we have this new Landauer, and that carries 6 people at an extraordinary speed of 12 miles an hour. So 1 and 1, so it's 1 passenger and 1 mile an hour faster than the Lobissin, which is nice. Emissions 74 as opposed to 75. Now the great thing about the Canstat for cargo is that it goes a good deal faster than our existing carriages, which go 12 miles an hour. It carries the same amount of cargo, but it's faster, and that's handy because our cargo routes, what we have, which use trucks, have capacity there. We have goods that need transporting, so we could make use of that extra speed. The trouble is, looking at my list of vehicles, if I pull this up here, it's easier for me to see it. I was looking at replacing all these trucks, which are 18 years old. The age isn't an issue. The maintenance, as we know, doesn't go up. The emissions go up, which kind of limits the residential growth in those cities around those emissions hotspots, which may or may not be a bad thing if it limits the number of people coming into my stations and overcrowding them, which we'll look at in a moment. But now we've got a new bus as well. I might want to replace all these buses that are 20 years old. Now the buses do obviously travel through the town centres, the city centres, so the emissions there will be an issue. So let's actually have a look at that. Now the first thing I looked at before I started this recording was the station crowding, because as you've saw, we have lots of stations here. Shirehampton is one, 159 people waiting. Temple Meads is a classic, 145. Actually, Bedminster is really busy, 223. Keynsham, 217. Oh, it's nice. We've got 21 on the little branch line to Twerton. Okay, so the work we did last episode to change the platforms for the different train routes in Keynsham did work. Again, a comment on that in a moment. But looking at this overcrowding, this stations layer, none of the stations are reporting problems. They're all in the light blue, very good area. So I'm not going to worry too much about that at this point. I think everything is looking okay. Customers aren't running away from my stations, looking at the queues thinking, I'm not waiting that long for a train. They don't appear to mind too much at the moment. The emissions, however, yeah. Now the dark red buildings are the buildings that are affected by emissions. And as you can see, yeah, there are quite a few high emissions rates here around these areas. And that I imagine is probably to do with the buses more than the trains. Now if we take a look at the current, I can move my cursor over a space here. So if we watch this number here, I can move this. So it goes from here, 60, all the way to 76. 76 appears to be the highest that we're getting. It's difficult to know exactly how much that impacts on individual residents, but if we look at the town descriptions, we can see here the air quality in Hotwells here is very poor, so it's a minus 40% on our town growth for Hotwells. So without that, we would have a 200% growth of our 57, so we'd have more people wanting to travel from this town. But I'm not going to worry too much about that at the moment. No, actually, I am going to worry about that at the moment. But the final thing I wanted to say, the next thing I want to say is disconnected from that. That's something else, but I will try and keep that in the back of my mind to say. So we need to spend money up front, I think, which I didn't really plan on spending quite this much on vehicles. What we're going to do, we'll run the game forward a little bit faster so we can get some positive figures in the bank account. So when I take out, that's some of these train lines are just so immensely profitable. These two trains coming into Bristol here, train 11, the main line, that train alone 1.2 million. The route itself 3.5 million. Wow. Train 10, this is on the South Rail, which is the one that goes to Bedminster, Parson Street, Nailsea, all down there. And that line is 1.5 million. That is so impressive. In fact, if we look at the lines here, go balance. Yeah, I mean, these are really nice big numbers. I'm very happy with that. Even though it's a 6-minute frequency on the Bristol South Rail, yeah, they are two relatively slow trains, to be honest. So yeah, we have great plans for that line, and that offsets our reasonably modest losses on some of our existing lines here. The Conmat Supply, our biggest loss is these ships here. You're coming into Avonmouth. Again, they deliver huge amounts of money when they turn up at their destinations. I mean, look at that. That's quite a difference between expense and income. So I'm not worried about that at all. It's just because they have such a long journey, there's that gap between profit and loss, which is fine. Anyway, the trouble is, I've got this great plan for today's episode, and I'm so keen to get onto it. But I want to deal with those vehicles first, those aged vehicles. So let's deal with those. We'll deal with the trucks first. I think you can't separate out trucks from buses, can you? Okay, what we'll do then is we will take this vehicle. Now, actually, in the last episode, I had real trouble with this, didn't I? As we'll see in a moment. What I want to do is replace all these buses with the new whatever it's called, the Landauer. That was it. Yes. So we want these routes here. Unfortunately, the condition there. If I pick... actually, I just want all those that are in bad condition. So let's... if I click all there... Oh, it brings them all up. Excellent. So I've got condition here very bad. Right, but I don't want the cargo ones. Now, have I correctly identified my cargo vehicles here? So we want to take... No, I haven't. I'm going to have to do it. Darn it. Actually, if I do vehicle... Ah, okay, I can sort it that way. I'm not sure that really helps, though. I'd like... what I would like is to have a multiple filters. I'd like to filter all those which are in very bad condition and are buses. But I'm not going to be able to do that, am I? Oh, well, darn it. So, Avonmouth Circle, no, not you. Backwell Loop, no. Bath to Oldfield Park, no. Bath Local, no. You guys, yes. Bishopsworth Loop, no. Okay, I want to replace all these old Lobisar with the new Landauer. Now, will this do what I want it to do? Landauers. That looks like it will. So it's going to replace all those buses, all those 22 Lobisar, for 760,000. And it has. Excellent job. Okay, so if I clear all you... Do I have any more that are in? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're the... Okay, we'll leave the Whirl. Whirl is the other end of our map, all the way down here. So they're obviously not going to get the best buses. Keynsham, Filton. We will look... Oh, no, right, the rest of the logs ones. Okay, so... What I want to do then is replace the cargo vehicles. So let's get rid of you. No, that's not doing that. The Shirehampton local delivery. You're mediocre, but that's a service which takes the con map from Avonmouth Docks into Shirehampton. So yeah, I think they could do with speeding up if nothing else. I think so. Can I replace all of those with the Canstat? Because that takes all cargo. Yeah, so it can replace both the covered and the flatbed. Oh, that a million and a half to replace just those 49 vehicles. Okay, we won't... Can I take Shirehampton off? That's just 40 vehicles. Okay, can I replace you then? Oh, no, I want to do it. I'm going to do it. So we need to borrow... There we go. So if I go into the vehicle manager again... Ooh, excellent, it has remembered. That is very good of it. Not very bad at all. That's very good. So we want to replace all of you with the Canstat. And hopefully I've got that right now. So I mean, particularly for this oil delivery, which is what I was looking at. As you can see here, the oil well is pumping out lots and lots of oil to take here to the oil refinery, to the fuel refinery here. It's all one route. And that takes the train then takes that out into Parkway here, yeah, for delivery around and about there. So that's fine. Okay, now I have obviously spent a lot of money there on those vehicles, so let's build up our bank balance a little bit more. Now, what I was trying to say earlier and sort of kept stopping myself was that as this series has been going on, one thing I have discovered is the amount of interest that is being generated by playing a particular map, and I've just been so overwhelmed and appreciative of all the comments and suggestions that you've made on the previous videos about how the actual routes around this Bristol area work, and suggestions for train stations and so on. And that has actually prompted me to do some actual real research into how the train lines developed historically within this Bristol area. Now, I have said, and I keep repeating it every now and then, that I'm not planning to make this playthrough in any sense a genuinely realistic representation of the Bristol and West Country rail network. But what I want to do is build some sort of network which is representative of what actually happened in or is happening in the routes around Bristol now. Now, one thing I learned, particularly following the last episode where I redeveloped Keynsham, well, and in particularly Bristol Temple Meads, I did some more research into Bristol Temple Meads and the way that station and all the various railway companies evolved that used it. And one thing I learned was how trains, or passengers, more importantly passengers, got from Bristol across the Severn into Wales. Now, I am actually running, in terms of the date line, a little bit late here. So what I discovered that by now, by 1891, the Severn Tunnel had already been built and trains were running, in fact, from Bristol Temple Meads up this Severn Beach line and across to Wales. I think that's how they worked. But before that, sort of in the 1830s thereabouts, I think, there was another line which ran up here again from Bristol Temple Meads through to Severn Beach to Pilning, and then a ferry across to Wales, and from there to Chepstow, Newport or whatever. And that was the Bristol and South Wales Union Railway. Now, I'm not prepared, I don't think I've even got the money yet to build a rail tunnel underneath the Severn here. But what I'd like to do in today's episode is build that first cross-channel service. So we're going to do the old Bristol and South Wales Union Railway, or represent it in some small way. So again, the lineup and setup at the stations here, the rail lines, they're not going to be accurate, but I want to sort of represent it. So what we're going to do, we're going to create ferry ports. There were 2 ferry ports. Obviously you can't just have one ferry port because it's got nowhere to go. They went from somewhere around Pilning to a place called Port Skewett, or however you pronounce it, over here near Caldicot, and that connected to a train line which went through Caldicot, Chepstow up there, and down here presumably to Newport. So that's what we're going to try and do today. So we're going to need a train line, a station up here. Now what I want is the train station to be adjacent to the port, so people can sort of get off the train and more or less walk directly onto a boat. Of course the thing here is the gradients, and what I want as well is for that train line to come up from Severn Beach. So it's going to have to do a sharp turn to get up there, so it's going to come in and reverse back out. We might do it differently for the sake of this exercise. So if I put you somewhere here which is reasonably cheap, I want somewhere which doesn't have too much of a cut into the landscape. Actually, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I think. Okay, yeah, if we plonk you there. So we're going to have, I have no idea what colour the Bristol and South Wales Union Railway was, so I'm just going to stick to our Great Western Brown for that. And this was a through station, and it would have had 2 tracks, and it probably wasn't a very big station either. So can I connect you directly to, actually if I turn you around just for a second, we're not going to connect you this way around, but yeah, that looks like it will work. Now the thing is, that is connected to, the thing is, I want the building to actually be on the other side, but if I build it like that, will that The trouble is, it's not going to... Do I need to flatten this ground first to do this? Okay, let's try this. Smooth that out. Yeah, that looks smoother. Can I put the train station in? It's difficult to judge whether it is. Actually, what might be better is to put the train station in first. It's really kind of annoying that you can't put the buildings on the other side as well. I have a feeling that is too far above the dock. If I put you there, I don't like that shadow there. But what I want to do, let's get out of you, let's click you, configure you. Can I put some... Oh, I can! Okay. Oh, no, the truth is they look really ugly. Ah, no. No. I don't think even smoothing will fix that. Will it? If I make it very, very strong, but a bit smaller, will that help at all? I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm really not... I think I said this in a previous episode. I'm not entirely convinced about this new smoothing tool. About how it works. Because where that blue blob is nowhere near where my mouse pointer is. And I'm assuming the mouse pointer is where it's smoothing. No, I am not happy with that at all. So I think I'm going to delete you. There we go. Right, so let's put that station back in. If I put it around this way, I think it makes a slightly better job of dealing with those gradients. It appears to cost me... Did it cost me that much before? I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention. Building size small. Actually, that looks a bit better, I think. Yeah, that's much more civilized. I'm happier with that. Okay, right, so where's our train line going to go? We want the track. Ooh, I'd like it to go in and out of Severn Beach. Can we do that? That is one tight curve. That is going so slowly. That is going very, very slowly. So I can connect up here, I reckon. Possibly. Or maybe not. Can I connect? Can I connect out of here? Where's a click point? Or maybe no. Let's get rid of some of this. Let's try it again, shall we? I'm hoping I can afford all this. Okay, so if we take you... This does mean we're missing our Severn Beach, which I'd rather not do. Okay, if we pay for you like that, is there any way I can come out of there and connect to that? Oh my goodness, it has. Oh heck. That has actually connected. Oh my goodness. Wow. Right. If I actually took this out a bit further. So if I sort of went a bit along here, say, not that, just a little bit further out. If I miss the... There, it does it. It does work. Right. That is one heck of a turn. But we're not putting express lines down here, so we should be alright. Well, certainly not modern express. Right, and you can build up for a few seconds to 75 miles an hour there. Yeah, that's going to happen. Okay. And we might... Should we double track that? We might as well. Okay. And we'll put in a little bit of a switch. Right, to be honest, I'm not sure that station needs to be that big, but I've put it in there now, so it is. Okay, right, that is sweet. And can I draw you out? Let's get this track going along here. Not like that. Like so. Actually, do we need that? Yeah, I think we probably do. Actually, I'm just thinking if I've got the right, might have the wrong track on there. If I do, can I get that connected to that? It doesn't want to go to there. Well, you go. You will do that though. Okay. So they're coming in here. Okay, yeah. Let's take. We'll take that out there. So I had planned for this sort of upper track, the track I've just deleted, to actually go out to Parkway over here. So I think I'd still like to do that. Possibly. So I want to actually connect you up. Are you going to do it? Are you going to work for me? And you're not. At all. Don't know what you're doing, but okay, let's go to that double track there for a second. Yeah, see, it almost wants to do it. Actually, I wonder if I put you along there, bring you in. Will you connect to either of these? Oh, yes you do. Right. You will connect. Ah! Does it get the right point? You'll connect to that one. Okay, so we want you to reconnect down here as well. If we do you like that, now can I make that a double slip? Do I want that to be a double slip? Because you're coming in on the left hand track here, of course, going through there, and you'll be coming back from Pilning on the right hand side, so yeah, that will work, I think. So these tracks here, what have I got? So we need... you're too tight to be a double slip. Okay. Is there any way of making that? I do want it to connect to this track, the inner track here. So if if I make you a bit of straight track. That's not exactly straight, is it? There. Yes, you. Oh, that looks properly ugly, doesn't it? I need to take you back a bit further. It's a tiny bit of a route, so okay, we'll accept that. And actually, if it doesn't want to do that. If I take you along, no, don't do that. If I take you up, why is it? Is there some? There'll be some curvature issue there, I think. That's what that was complaining about. So if I do that along there, so can I then connect you? To there and you into there. Like so. I want you. Yes, you do. Excellent. Right, everything's connected up. I'm not sure I'm going to use half of these. There's only this bit of track here. I doubt I'm going to use. Probably. Okay, so let's put some lights on there. A bit of the old signalling. So, where we've got signals there, so we really ought to have some. Yeah, let's just sit across the road crossing there, we don't mind too much. You there. And, yeah. There's no. No, we do want you to go across, don't we? I still haven't finished this right. Do want you to go in there. Well, that looks quite good. Can I make you? I can make you double slip again. Yeah. I think I know what I'm. I think I sort of know what I'm doing. Okay, you're in there. Approaching here. If we put, you will be going out that way. Yeah, possibly. We'll see how that works. Coming up here. Possibly. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work either. Right, so we've got that bit done. And we need to put, well, I've lost it, there it is. So we need a ferry port across the other side of the Severn. And yeah, we're going to have issues again with the landscape, I think. According to my research, it should be somewhere around here. I think we'll place it somewhere reasonably inexpensive. That's reasonably inexpensive, I think. Okay, and a train station there as well. No, don't press that. Press that. And will you connect in there? You will. Cost me a small fortune, but that's the way of things. If we make you a little bit smaller, 120? Certainly at the moment, the canopy short, that looks better. Yeah, the use of this line on this side is, well, it's going to be famous last words. I'm going to say it will be modest at best, but it'll probably skyrocket like it has done on some of the other lines we've added. Okay, we'll slip you in there. And obviously the main connection here is going to be to Chepstow, isn't it? So Chepstow to Lydney. Yeah, and this is the industrial end of town, isn't it? So, ooh, look at the hills around here. They have built into the hillside. Oh my goodness. Just 2 tracks. We'll make it 160. Now I did. Wait, what's that? Track helper. Oh. Oh, I've added some more mods to this game, obviously. All right. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to look at those at some point, but we'll focus on doing this task the task in hand for the time being, I think. So we want you to sit something like, or would it be better to have you this side of town? Actually, this looks a little bit better, doesn't it, actually? Up here. Yes, let's do that. Let us do that. And we'll need to get rid of that bit of road, certainly. Draw some track down. From there to there. That is quite a stretch, isn't it? We'll see if we can get it in between the roads here. If I make that a straight bit of track. Well, it wants to snap to the road, does it? Well, I suppose we could do that for a little bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, we'll put you in there. Okay, and we will draw a track out of there to there. Again, heaven knows if we need this to be double tracked at this stage of the game, but I've done that. Right, and then, yeah, take you through there. Oh, no. Absolutely not, sir. Absolutely not. So, does this need to be a little bit flatter, I think? Okay, we'll take the inside one then. There we go. Okay, that's reasonably inexpensive, but that is a nasty great bridge. I really don't like the look of that. So we can make that look. Oh dear. No, no, no. It's going. Okay. We will see where that takes us. And then from there to there. Oh, that's not that much more expensive. I think I'm okay with that. The roads there, they'll cope. Okay. Yeah. We want you to be there though. Okay. And I need more money. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to afford in terms of boats and trains at this juncture. What we'll do though then, I think, is make this single track for a good chunk of the journey. Is it worth it? So, no. Let's double track it all. There isn't that much left to do, really. What if it's going to cost me just tens of thousands as opposed to hundreds of thousands of dollars? Okay, so that's that there done. So we need to connect in then. our stations. Right. That looks okay, actually. A nice bit of road. Straight bit of road there. Do you want to go up at all? You probably do, but no. We'll keep you on the straight and level, I think. Otherwise you look a little bit unsightly when it comes to the station. Okay, and can I connect you to that? I can. Let's upgrade that nasty little stretch of cheap road. And we might as well connect you up as well. Like so. Yep, that looks okay. You're a bit costly. Do I want you to be a... Actually, no, let's stretch you out a bit more. You can come in like that. That looks a bit... No, let's make you curvy. That looks better. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to need to set up a route between Severn Beach and Pilning. Now, should that be an extension of the Severn Beach line or not? I'm thinking what we might do is set up a separate line from Avonmouth here. Yeah, in addition to the existing Severn Beach line, because it's a separate railway company at this point, I think, doing this. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, a new line going from here, Avonmouth, to Severn Beach, to Pilning, back to Severn Beach, and then you're back to Avonmouth. And it seems quite happy with that, except I can't see anything of it on this white background. Okay. Do I need a double slip on here? I think I do. Is double slipped or... yeah. Oh, is it signalling along here? Yeah, if I make you one way, how does that affect my line? Nope. So this needs to be a... Where's my next signal along here? Along here, there you are. So if I make you one way... Ah, right, yes, of course we need a crossover here, don't we? Actually, which line, which platforms are we using here? So you're using 2. So yeah, what we want, yeah, this is the station I got confused with a couple of episodes ago, where I had 3 platforms and just 2 tracks. It took me a long time to work that out. It was really very simple at the end of the day. Right, so can I... Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? Yeah, don't complain. Can I do that? And also, I can. Excellent. Do that. Right, the exclamation mark has gone, is not red anymore. That's splendid. So if we look at line 1, that's better. Right. You're going there, you're going there. That is sweet. Yeah, the only trouble, of course, is that the Severn Beach line is using the same platform here. Perhaps I do need to use the other platform. Can I do that? No, I can't, because it's not connected. Can I connect it? This is going to be... This is the thing. If I'd planned this out properly from the get-go, life would have been so much easier. But I'm not that much of a detailed planner. Yeah, okay. Does that work? So can I change you to platform 1? Or platform 2? Oh, it's not building at all, is it? You great plank. It's platform 1. Platform 1. Right, yeah, there's no way for that line to get there now. Okay, cool. Right, we will get this right. Okay. This is one mess of a junction, isn't it? This is one mess. So, can I, in any sense, get you to look not... Oh, actually, that doesn't look too appalling. Yikes. That looks like it might work. No, I can't double slip that. That is a bit of an acute angle. So, right, everyone is looking sweet. That is wonderful. Right, so let's just check line 1. Line 1. You're going in there. Actually, let's put you in. I want you on the other platform in Pilning. Terminal 1. There you go. Yeah, that's... Why are you not crossing over? Why are you not crossing over? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Oh, you cross over fine on that one, but not on the other one. You don't need to double slip there, do you? No. Oh, well, actually, if I put in... Not that I'm going to have... I don't think I'm going to have that many trains running down here, but let's put some signals in. We'll make it one way, which everyone... Well, several people in the comments have said you should make your signals one way. And it'll stop... Well, it'll stop me getting confused, if nothing else. Alright. Yeah. Are you one way? You are now. Okay, does that mean if I go to manage this line and change Pilning to be platform 1, it works, it works, right, good. You see, the signals do help, if only I'd known. Right, so this line is not that called that, we'll call it Bristol and South Wales. Okay, so we need another line here. From Pilning Dock here, Pilning Branch, okay, to Caldecott South. I'll change the name of that. Yeah, you can stay white, actually. I think that is fine. And then we need another route from Caldecott to Chepstow. Excellent. Okay, so we want to... You're connected. I want you, however... Yeah, you've got coverage of about 2 houses, so we need bus routes here. Okay, let me just put the bus routes in. Okay, so we have a very simple little loop going around the outside of Chepstow, which covers everything. I'll probably want to fiddle with that a bit more as we go through. Okay, Caldecott Station. Oh, you're not connected at all to anything, so you do need... Ooh, that's a nasty slope. So what we'll do, can I put a small passenger building on this side? It's a bit overkill for this station. I think, yeah, just steps will do, to be honest. You will do that. Okay, and a little bit of road. Keep it sort of actually no, let's just take it straight up. there. Okay, that will do. And connect you. That is lovely. And again, some bus stops. Okay, so we have a line going through Caldecott as well. Right, so we just need vehicles to set them all up. So we're going to need, do we have a truck depot around here? It's all the way up there. Oh, it's a bit far, isn't it? I will put one in Chepstow, shall we? Can I build one for cheap up there in Chepstow? Okay, we'll slip you in there. And what we want is a whole stack of buses. That's you. We'll use the new land hours. We will take 7, I think. With that, the first 4 of which will go on line 3. Oh, there need to be a site. Oh, you prat. On to line 3. There you go. Right, and the other 3 can go on to the Caldecott line, which is there. We will put in a... Where's our nearest shipyard? All the way up there. Okay, well, it's going to take a little while, I think. Well, we'll see. I'm not sure how long it'll take for the trains to get through to Pilning. This is a passenger ship. The Frontenac doesn't sound terribly Bristol, does it? Built in New York. I mean, boats do travel across the globe, even back then, I suppose. Don't really want to spend that amount of money. It was a steamship ferry. Carries 75 people. No. 100. No. 70. The Wilhelm. The Riggy, I think all our existing boats are Riggies, aren't they? So you carry 70 people. At 14. We could use you. We'll buy 2 of you for nearly $1 million. And I will put you on line 1. There you go. And finally, we want some trains. Hopefully this depot will be able to do that. I'm going to need a lot more money though. How much more? Oh, I've got less than 3 million. Okay, they're going to be fairly small trains at this point, I think. And they're going from Avonmouth out to Pilning. So what do we have available to us? Anything new that would be good for this purpose? You're slow. Actually, we want something reasonably fast, I think. What train? What bus? Why did I say buses? What trains do we have on this line? You go a maximum of 60 miles an hour. So we'd like these trains not to interfere too much with the main 7 beach lines. If they can travel at a similar speed. 75 is uncalled for. 50 is okay. 45 is too slow. You're probably the very train we're looking at, but you're expensive. As are you. These you guys are quite powerful. That's why you're expensive. 127. No, we're getting really old now, aren't we? So we have you travelling at 50. 127. Also, that would shoot your... Could use you. I mean, you are sort of going up towards the Midlands, aren't you? Yeah, you're going north of Bristol, so which would be the Midlands. So could use you. You're not too expensive per year either, so I think you might be a fair choice. Okay, we'll take one of you. And passenger wagons that can travel at 60 miles an hour, thereabouts. It's you again, isn't it? The long express coach. All these other ones are that much faster. Okay, you carry 10 people. So if I added You travel at 50. 52. Well, actually, you're 60 as well, aren't you? How much are you? You're 453. Ooh. Yeah, I quite like you, actually. Yeah, you're a little bit cheaper. So we will put one of you on. It's going to be one train at the moment, but our lines earn enough money. I should be able to buy a second train fairly soon. So we'll put you on as well, and that gives me a capacity of 24. Yeah, I can just about afford that one train. Let's buy you, and we'll stick you on this Bristol and South Wales line. Actually, the red colour. I didn't realise it. Okay, so let's get this game rolling. So, where's our train? Come on out, my friend. It's a nice looking model. In fact, practically all of these modded models are wonderful looking trains. I think you're on the wrong track there. Is that double slipped? It is. Oh, you're just going straight up to 7 Beach, are you? Oh, fair enough. Okay, right. We will join him in a while. Oh, it's a bit of a sharp turn. Coming into 7 Beach as the main line goes out. And there are so far nil passengers. Let's head on up to Pilning, shall we? Oh, I can. Right, I can clone this vehicle. Do I want to clone it? Do I want a second train on here yet? Oh, actually, what's our frequency on this line? 7 minutes. No, I've run out of money again. It must be the interest and maintenance payments catching me out there. We head off into our wonderful new station at Pilning. Now, if I remember my research correctly, this station was replaced by when the Severn Tunnel was opened. This link was discontinued, and the Pilning station here was replaced by one which I think was called Pilning Higher, something like that. So we may do that, or we may use this existing station to connect into the tunnel, which will go somewhere along here, hopefully. Can I clone you? Yes, I can. Okay. Anybody waiting in Pilning? No, because you have no connection to Pilning itself. So that's it. So far we have no passengers on... Oh! Okay, there are passengers within Chepstow, there are passengers within Caldecott, but none actually on our main lines. Nope, nobody there, and nobody there. But however, because this episode I think is now running a little bit longer than usual, we're going to end it here, I think. Watching our lovely new steam ferries working their way across the Severn on our new Bristol and South Wales route. So I think, yes, we'll leave it here, and hopefully in the next episode we will see this route making lots of money for us before we commence building the Severn Tunnel or all the other fabulous routes I have in mind for the map. So thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Transport Fever 2. If you have, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like, a thumbs up would be lovely. But even better, if you've got any thoughts, suggestions, recommendations, or any insights into the routes that would be running in this part of the world, it'd be awesome to hear from you. Just drop a note into the comments box below. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you can do that now. And that way you'll get updated or you'll get notified even when I add a new video to this series or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2. Until the next time, bye bye for now.